In once thriving regions, fertile land has become visibly scarred due to the continuous disturbances caused by wild boars. These animals have disrupted local ecosystems, damaged crops, and caused significant financial losses. The scale of destruction has led to widespread concern among farming communities. As the problem worsens, trained teams have mobilized in an effort to control the situation and restore balance to the environment. In the rich farmlands of northern France, wild boars were recently reported, causing extensive damage. In response, a coordinated group of experienced hunters moved into predetermined positions. Soon after, one of them spotted a wild boar foraging quietly in a meadow. Unaware of the surrounding threat, the animal was brought down with a well-placed, controlled shot. The response was immediate and effective, preventing further harm to nearby crops. Elsewhere in the same field, another wild boar was seen running across the line of sight. It was approaching rapidly, but a precise shot brought the animal to a halt before it could escape. These calculated interventions are part of a broader strategy aimed at reducing the risk posed by growing wild boar populations. Near the edge of the field, another member of the team stood watch at a strategic location frequently used by wild boars as a hiding place. When movement was detected, the hunter responded instantly. With precision, the shot stopped the animal in its path. Each of these efforts contributes to safeguarding farmland and easing the pressure on local agriculture. In tall grasses nearby, a different scenario unfolded. As a wild boar suddenly charged from the undergrowth, a team member responded quickly to prevent a dangerous encounter. In moments like these, calm decision-making and readiness can be critical, especially when dealing with unpredictable wildlife. Another individual in the group detected slow movement through thick grass. The wild boar, attempting to stay hidden, became visible through the scope. With careful aim, the hunter took a calculated shot. The result was immediate, another threat removed, and the field once again secured. Wild boars are known for their strength and ability to vanish into dense vegetation. These traits make them a constant challenge for land management teams. However, each successful encounter helps reduce the ongoing impact on the region. As day broke over the forest, dense mist still clung to the canopy, and the atmosphere remained tense. Reports had indicated that wild boars in this particular area were becoming increasingly aggressive, with their numbers rising and their behavior growing more destructive. With time of the essence, another team arrived to assess and respond to the threat. After deploying near the base of a ridge, the hounds began tracking almost immediately. Taking advantage of the higher ground, one hunter scanned the forest below. A large wild boar, estimated to weigh over 500 pounds, was seen moving through the foliage. Just as the animal became aware of the danger, it attempted to flee. A single, accurate shot was released. The team then spread out to continue coverage of the area. One member followed a narrow trail, carefully scanning for signs. A loud rustling soon disturbed the silence. From the brush, a wild boar appeared and charged forward. The response was swift and controlled, ensuring safety for those nearby. Further along a dense path, additional signs of activity emerged. A familiar silhouette revealed itself, a boar attempting to remain hidden. This time, the group used coordinated efforts to neutralize the threat. Controlled bursts of gunfire ensured the animal would not cause further damage. The affected area could now begin recovery. In another location, deep in the Beskidi Mountains, a separate team faced an entirely different challenge. Harsh weather and limited visibility added urgency to their mission. As snow began to fall and winds picked up, they worked quickly, aware that time was limited. Within minutes, signs of wild boar movement appeared. Through the thick snow and trees, a large figure emerged. Carefully timed shots echoed through the cold air. The animal attempted to escape, but ultimately could not overcome the injury sustained. The situation was brought under control. These efforts represent only a portion of the broader challenge posed by wild boar overpopulation. With their ability to adapt to various terrains and their potential for destruction, these animals require vigilant, ongoing management. Whether operating in open farmland or rugged mountain regions, local teams remain committed to reducing the risk to communities and preserving valuable natural resources. Another wild boar was eliminated. Another portion of land was secured from ongoing disruption. Harsh, icy winds cut sharply across the landscape as a skilled hunting team advanced deeper into frozen terrain. Without the need for spoken commands, each member swiftly moved into their designated position. One of the hunters selected a dense bush at the edge of the forest, an ideal location for concealment and visibility. From this vantage point, a strategic ambush could unfold. Minutes passed in silence, the cold air turning every breath into visible mist. Suddenly, movement appeared from across the field. A wild boar emerged, foraging unknowingly. As it stepped into the hunter's line of sight, the trigger was pulled. There was no chance for escape. The shot landed with precision, bringing a swift conclusion to the ambush. Across the United States, vast stretches of farmland are suffering extensive damage from feral hog populations. These animals sweep through with destructive force, ravaging crops and damaging livestock enclosures. In their wake, they leave millions of dollars in losses and barren landscapes. In response, coordinated hunting efforts have intensified. Every chase and ambush serves as a critical step in restoring balance and protecting agricultural land. In the forests of Oklahoma, a high-intensity pursuit marked the start of a new day's hunt. A professional hunting team arrived at the designated location, accompanied by trained tracking dogs. Upon arrival, the team quickly dispersed, and the dogs began tracing fresh scents. 15 minutes later, a signal from the dogs indicated a sighting. The team rushed to the scene, where a wild boar had been cornered in the tall grass. Surrounded and unable to escape, it was brought down by a single, well-placed shot. The hunt was executed with a level of precision that suggested every move had been anticipated in advance. Meanwhile, another hunter maintained position at a narrow choke point. Eyes fixed on the thicket ahead, he waited. Eventually, a boar appeared through the undergrowth. Without delay, the hunter took the shot. The animal dropped instantly. From various locations, other shots echoed, signaling further successful takedowns. This operation was part of a coordinated effort by a specialized team known for their seamless integration of strategy and teamwork. Each hunter had moved into a planned position long before the animals approached. From a distance, another teammate spotted a wild boar being pursued by dogs. Before it had a chance to react, the hunter raised the rifle and fired a single, accurate shot. The animal fell immediately, a clear demonstration of skill and control. Elsewhere, in the hills of Missouri, another pursuit was underway. Fresh tracks led to the appearance of a massive boar, estimated at over 400 pounds. The creature's rapid movement suggested it was fleeing from something close behind. The hunting team responded quickly, opening fire in calculated succession. Within moments, the chase ended as the animal collapsed near a dirt-covered pile. This was yet another successful effort in reclaiming farmland from an invasive threat. Wild boars in this region are particularly elusive, capable of disappearing in seconds if not stopped immediately. Eventually, a new target appeared. Moving slowly and unaware of the danger nearby, the animal stepped into view. A hunter took careful aim and delivered a clean, silent shot. The boar fell where it stood, the final move in a quiet and deliberate ambush. In Texas, large wild boar groups have caused significant destruction to private farms. One property owner, experienced in wildlife control, found himself overwhelmed by the number and aggressiveness of the animals. Additional support was brought in to address the situation. The hunting team deployed automatic feeders to attract the animals. Once lured in, the wild pigs began feeding. With their attention focused on the bait, a hunter took position and waited. A precise shot followed, ending the encounter instantly. Elsewhere on the property, other hunters spotted additional boars lurking nearby. With calculated movements, they closed the distance, chose targets, and fired. Air rifles and hunting-grade firearms were used with accuracy, resulting in multiple successful eliminations. To increase coverage, the team split up across the area. Each member remained alert, prioritizing clean, efficient shots. The goal was to reduce the population significantly before sunset. The hunt resumed the next day. Upon arrival, the team encountered a group of full-grown wild boars. The animals stood still, cautiously observing. One hunter lined up a target and fired. The shot was decisive. The group then moved to another pre-baited site. Here, the animals had not yet sensed the hunter's presence. From an elevated stand, another hunter waited for the right moment. With a single pull of the trigger, a sharp report echoed through the air as the animal dropped instantly. As dusk approached, bait continued to be spread across the field. True to form, the boars returned. Drawn in by the scent, one hunter took cover behind a bush and patiently waited. Once the target was fully within range, a well-aimed shot was delivered. The result? Another swift takedown. As night fell, the team returned to enclosed hunting blinds for a final round. Each hunter took a strategic position. When the moment arrived, a clean shot was fired, concluding another successful effort in controlling one of the most invasive and destructive wildlife threats in rural America.